Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko send Alexandra Eala messages ahead of the Philippine Women's Open. Alexandra Eala is set to compete at the very first Philippine Women's Open in Manila, after receiving a wild card for the event. Several Filipina stars will play the WTA 125 event alongside top stars Donna Vikic, Lulu Sun, and Tatiana Maria. Eala has a huge chance to lift her second WTA title at her home event, following her maiden victory at Guadalajara Open in 2025. Ahead of the landmark Philippines event, Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko have sent messages to the Filipina player. The messages Alexandra Eala has received from Victoria Mboko and Coco Gauff. On Instagram, Alexandra Eala provided an update to fans ahead of her appearance at the Philippine Women's Open. Eala posted several pictures alongside the caption, "Hey, they're everywhere," and it attracted the comments of some of the biggest stars in tennis. The Filipina stars doubles partner at the ASB Classic, Eva Jovic, wrote, "Doubles with you" on the social media post. Gauff, meanwhile, also sent a message to the player she played doubles with at the 2025 Italian Open. She wrote, "QTE" under the post. Mboko, who knocked Eala out of the Hong Kong Open at the end of the 2025 season, said, "You are a breath of fresh air." Eala will find out her first-round opponent at the Philippine Women's Open when the draw is made after the qualifying stage. What happened at the last tennis tournament in Manila? The WTA Tour might be returning to the Philippines, but it's not the first time a tennis tournament has hit Manila. In 2016, the Manila Challenger hit the very same venue of the Philippine Women's Open, the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center. Players ranked outside the top 100 played the tournament, such as Luca Vanni, Lucas Lacko, and Go Soeda. The eventual winner was Mikhail Yufny, a player who had previously been ranked as high as world number 8 in the world. Several Filipino stars also played the event, including Francis Casey Alcantara, Ruben Gonzalez, Alberto Lim Jr., and Jessen Petrumban. The court is quiet before a tournament begins. No crowd yet. No chair umpire. Just the hum of anticipation and the weight of a nation's hope. In Manila, as the Philippine Women's Open approaches, Alexandra Eala laces her shoes a little tighter than usual. Not because she doubts herself, but because she knows what this moment means. Home soil carries a different gravity. Every bounce echoes louder. Every point feels personal. Thousands of miles away, on courts shaped by different climates and cultures, two young women pause between practice sessions. Coco Gauff in Florida, Victoria Mboko in Canada. Different journeys, different accents, same understanding. They know what it's like to carry promise before you're ready to put it down. And so, across oceans and time zones, messages are sent, not as headlines, but as quiet reminders that tennis is bigger than rankings, bigger than trophies. It's a shared language. Coco Gauff's message, play free. Coco Gauff has lived most of her teenage years under floodlights. She knows what it's like when the world decides you're the future before you've even figured out the present. In her message to Alexandra, there's no lecture, no advice about forehands or footwork, just truth. Playing at home is powerful, Coco writes. But don't let it make you small. Let it make you brave. She talks about her first big moments, about walking onto courts where her name felt heavier than her racket. The crowd isn't asking you to be perfect, she says. They just want you to be you. Play loose. Play bold. Smile when you miss. Celebrate when you win a long rally. That's how you keep the joy. Coco knows that joy is not a luxury in tennis, it's armor. She reminds Alexandra that representation matters, even when you're not trying to represent anything at all. You don't have to carry the Philippines on your shoulders, she writes. Just carry your love for the game. The rest follows. Victoria Mboko's message, trust the work. Victoria Mboko's rise hasn't always been loud, but it's been relentless. She understands something that young players learn early or learn the hard way. Talent opens doors, but discipline keeps them open. Her message is shorter, quieter, but no less powerful. You've earned your place, Victoria writes. Every early morning, every tough loss, every adjustment you made, it's all there with you now. She talks about pressure as something misunderstood. Pressure means the moment matters, she says. And moments that matter are why we train. Victoria reminds Alexandra that tournaments at home can blur the line between expectation and identity. Don't rush the points, she adds. Don't rush the week. Let the matches come to you. And then, a line that lingers. Confidence isn't loud. Sometimes it's just calm. Alexandra Eala, between home and history. Alexandra reads the messages late at night, the glow of her phone lighting up a hotel room that feels both familiar and new. Outside, the city hums, the same street she once walked as a kid, now preparing to host her as a professional. She doesn't reply right away. She lets the words settle. Because Coco is right. Joy is her strength. And Victoria is right. The work is already done. Alexandra thinks about the first time she held a racket, about training far from home, about learning how to pronounce her own dreams out loud. She thinks about the kids who will watch her this week and see something possible. Not perfection. Possibility. The tournament before the first ball is struck. By the time the Philippine Women's Open begins, something invisible has already happened. Not on the draw sheet. Not in the stats. A connection. 3 young women, born on different continents, linked by a sport that teaches you how to stand alone and still never be alone. When Alexandra steps onto the court, she carries more than expectation. She carries encouragement, perspective, freedom. She carries messages written not in ink, but in belief. And somewhere, Coco Gauff is finishing a practice set, smiling at a winner down the line. Somewhere, Mboko is grinding through drills, steady and focused. Different courts. Same dream,